Okay, so let's see here. I need to go. Mm. Oh, good God. There we go. Happy fuck day, right? Oh, come on. Really? Is this what we're going to do today? Are we really going to just fuck with Tom today? Here we go. Okay, that's better. 25, 22, 20. Okay. Okay, so that's good. Now, we got anybody else in here? How we got? Who's in here? What's going on? Oh, Jesus Christ, this fucking lunatic. This guy's a fucking lunatic. Okay, let me just check on community real quick and then we'll be right with you guys. Howdy, hello, hello, hello. So far just seems to be me. Okay. Wow, 75% of the people that voted in my poll this morning think that he will fold tonight and not actually attack Iran. 9,700 votes cast, and 75% say he will fold. That is an interesting number because I think he's going to go through with it. I think he's going to bomb the fuck out of Iran today. Okay, let's get rid of that. We're done there. Let's break out ye old rolling tray. Oh, we are in a tube coned deficit. Okay, let's bring those over here. Thank God I'm in Ireland. Strong action again. Pakistan, China, what does that mean? This guy is just a big blob. What's up, Frankenstein? How you doing, buddy? Tommy, Tomarino, the Tomster, Tomaling-a-ding-ding, Tom, Bobom, Banana, Fana, Fofom, me, mom, Tom. What 420 do you have? Apple gelato here is what the person said. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the strains. I have whatever my guy put in this bag right here. This bag right here. Whatever that is, and it's like 6 different flavors, and I don't know what they are. All I know is that they're all pretty yummy. They're all pretty fantabulous, and I like them all. The American Army cannot kick Trump out of the White House because that's not the way our government works. Yes, that's what he posted. An entire civilization will die tonight. So basically, everybody is waiting around to see just how fucking crazy Trump is willing to get. Let's do this. Weird people asking influencers civil education questions. Why not just Google? Sickened by seeing Vance sucking up to Orban. For B-52 just left Whiteman. Yeah, I think he's going to go through with it. I think we are, without question of a doubt, going to see him bomb power plants and desalinization plants and civilian infrastructure. You think I look Iraqi? Okay. Can we see the guitar? There it is right there. Oh, that was good. I didn't think I looked Iraqi, but, you know. How you idiot American allow him. I don't even know what the fuck that means. You want to say that so it makes fucking sense? Why isn't that a Chicago Bears glass? Oh, because the Chicago Bears suck. The Chicago Bears are the doormat of the NFL. Because the Chicago Bears ownership sucks. I haven't been a Bears fan for 30 plus years. I would love to be a Chicago Bears fan, but the ownership has not earned my fandom. So I will be a Chicago Bears fan again when the McCaskey family sells the team. That doesn't mean I'm not going to be a Colts fan when that happens, because I have the Colts tattooed on my back. I am in it to win it with the Colts. Grind, baby, grind. Yes, indeed, little grinder. You love the shirt? Ozzy Osbourne. Here you go, right here. Ready? Upper corner. All the way up there in the upper left there. Ozzy and Randy. Are you on holiday from your lighthouse duties? What the fuck does that even mean? Okay. Let's commence to rollifying. Tube. Empty tube. You put Weed in the tube. You take plunger. You plunge down weed in tube. You continue process till tube is full. I have no idea how Daniel Jones's torn Achilles is doing. Stop begging? What are you talking about? So what are we grinding, bruh? Herb. Weed. Mary Jane 420, the sticky icky. The jazz cabbage, the broccoli wand, the illy, the Lord's lettuce, grass, Maui Wowie, ganja, marijuana. And then when you're done with it, you have something like this, the one I'm working on over here. Excuse me. And you just... yeah. Dad's salad. Oh, my little fan is unplugged again. Excuse me one moment. Okay. Oh, I gotta finish. What am I doing? I'm reading this like I ain't got fucking work to do. But yeah, we have a lunatic at the helm. What do I think Trump's going to do? I think he's going to fucking bomb the shit out of Iran. He's going to do one of two things. He's either going to follow through and bomb the living shit out of Iran, destroying their their civilian infrastructure, or he's going to figure out a reason to collapse like a wet taco again. I'm not hiding from anybody. She's just in the other room talking to her uncle, and we just got done running some errands, and we got like an hour and a half head out to do some more to take care of some more things, and then I'll be back here and I'll be going live with you folks at 7 p.m. Central Time tonight. Oh, my senators and representatives know full well that, like, I don't need to call. My senators are Tammy Duckworth and Dick Durbin, and my representative is a solid blue Democrat who's a no on anything Trump does. So I don't need to call my senators or representatives, but somebody out there, specifically people in these red states, need to call theirs. Do you think he may try to instate the... He can try. He's not going to get away with it. First of all, that's going to take an act of Congress. Second of all, you can tell people they need to do something. Whether or not they do it is a whole nother story. He can reinstate the draft, and I think the only people he's going to see show up for said draft are going to be the fucking Hilljacks with the red hats on, in which case it's a win-win scenario. Our people don't go, and we get rid of a shit ton of their people. Let him draft all the fucking Hilljacks he wants. Hi, do you remember me? Malin Fossum M10. Can't say as I do. I'm only asking because he's done everything else. Well, he's tried to do everything else, but... oh, we got a little uneven burn here. Hang on. That's unfortunate. Well, I'm not going to be high as a kite. I'm not leaving for errands for another hour and a half. I'm taking a few hits. These joints I'm prepping for tonight. I'll be live with you guys for a few hours tonight. Or an hour or so. We'll see what happens. Trump needs to be drug tested. Doesn't matter if you drug test him or not. What he needs to be done is removed from office. That's what needs to happen. But Do you think America will survive? Yes. On a day off, I sit back and doom scroll. I guess it's called, and there's a bunch of tarot card readers and junkie philosophers. Get a life, people. What the fuck? That's a suck guitar. What is it? It's a D'Angelico. Why would any MAGA still exist? Well, because they're idiots. Oh, we're going to be a damaged America, but we're still going to survive. There are moments in time that change history forever, right? The world was never the same after Jonestown. The world was never the same after 9/11. The world was never the same after the shoe bomber, and the world is never going to be the same after Trump. There's 180 people in here right now. Well, thank you guys very much for stopping in here. Yes, what we're talking about is this. This is what we're talking about right here. We're talking about this batshit crazy motherfucker this morning posting the following: that a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. That is genocide. That's what that is. That's genocide. Hit the like button, y'all, says Ethan Johnson, Z7H. Thank you, Ethan. I appreciate that. If you guys do hit the like button, that's the heart button, or you tap the screen for likes, it does help my algorithm. It helps boost the live, and I appreciate everybody that does tap it. That does tap it. That's what she said. There's also a little arrow on the screen if you want to share the live. You can send a link in text. You can share a link to your Facebook, your Threads, your Instagram. Well, maybe not your Instagram, your Bluesky, so forth, so on. I live in Kurdistan. The amount of people that have died here is a lot, and we are not even part of the war. Thoughts on Plattner, Maine candidate, saying at least 2 SCOTUS justices need to be impeached. I know 3 SCOTUS justices that flat out lied during their confirmation hearings, which means they lied to Congress, which is an impeachable offense. That's at least 3, and that's all 3 of the justices that Trump appointed. That's at a minimum, because every one of them said that Roe was settled law and the precedence was in place, and then every one of them voted to overturn it. So that's 3 at a minimum. But God damn, I'm getting blind. Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, yes. Thank you. Sometimes when I click the wrong button, it'll do away with my audio. And I accidentally clicked that button, and I thought it did away with it, but we're all good, so that's good. Jesus Christ. You ask for thumbs up, and everybody gives you... They just do what you ask. Titties. Now nobody listens. Ethan, thank you very much for becoming a paying member of my page, a support level member. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Where titties? I don't know. There titties, here titties, over there titties. Everywhere are titties. Titties are key. Like the comedian Rodney Carrington said, titties will make you be quiet. Titties will make you go, shh, there's some titties. Excuse me. Sorry, I had to let the dog in. My apologies. Where were we? Oh, yeah, fuck Trump. Hey, maybe this whole instance will be this whole incident with Iran will be the thing that he freaks out about to the point where his heart finally gives out. You know what I mean? Maybe there could be a little silver lining at the end of this fucking thing. Maybe the stress just gets to him. And we wake up one day to the news that he's had a fucking grabber. But then that gets us J.D. Vance. You know, I'll take my fucking chances at this point in time. Because Jesus fucking Christ. I don't think... So here's the thing. J.D. Vance would be a horrible president because he knows how government works and he wants far right-wing policies enacted. Having said that, I don't think J.D. Vance would be as chaotic as Trump would be. I don't think that he would be, you know, tweeting out in the middle of the night, open the fucking straits, or putting tariffs on and taking tariffs off. It would calm down. It would still be horrible policy. And he would get to run in 2028 as sort of an incumbent, where Trump wouldn't be even get to run in 2028. But still, at this point in time, Jesus, something's got to get done. How old am I? Old enough to know better? Too young to care. I'm 53 years old. I will be 54 years old on May 13th of this year. I actually don't listen to podcasts. If I have time to listen to something, I listen to music. I do love a good orange drink. Here, this is what I drink. I drink Orange Crush. I don't mind a Fanta. I don't mind the old Sunkist, or even back in the day, the old Slice, Orange Slice. Used to drink the fuck out of Orange Slice back in the day. Having said that, Orange Crush is just fine for me now. Simple, to the point. Have I ever had Iron Brew? Can't say as I have. Love your channel. Love from Ireland. Thank you very much, Ireland. I appreciate it. How you doing, man? This is really getting out of hand. Oh, no shit. It done been out of hand. European Fanta? Well, maybe I'll get over to Europe someday and try some European Fanta. I don't dig on ginger ale. Not my jam. Your guitar amp is an Orange Crush. I don't have a guitar amp. I do have a nice guitar, but not a guitar amp. Orange cream combo. Not a fan of that stuff. Not a fan. Orange creamsicles? No. Sprite. My favorite I guess the one that I would go to the most, like if I go to a restaurant, it's going to be a Sprite or a 7 Up or a Starry, which is the new name of the Sierra Mist. That's typically what I get. But if I'm buying like a sleeve for the house, a nice orange pop. Did we get all of our errands done? Yes. We went to the DMV, got Renee's plates renewed, and switched over to a personalized plate that she wanted to get. Then we went and had lunch. Then we went and filled my tank up with gas. Then we went to the lawyer's office and finalized moving everything into an irrevocable trust. And then we came back here. In a little over an hour, we're going to go see our son bowl in a tournament. And then my wife is going to go out to dinner with her friend. I'm going to come back here and I'm going to go live with you folks. How painful were the gas prices? $4.07. Cost me $50 to fill up my car today. Bring back Jolt. Here, let's get rid of this piece of shit real quick. Glad to be here. Yeah, me too. It means I'm breathing. It means I'm above ground another day. And every day above ground is a good day, especially as the years keep going by. Kind of freaking out. What? I'm kind of freaking out, somebody says. Hey, it's Santa. Actually, no, I'm Santifa. I think I had a Jolt Cola once in my, I guess my teen years it would be. And was like, yeah, I'm good. What brand am I rolling? Well, the cone is a raw. Prices never come back down. They only ever go up. Never come back down. That's not a thing. As soon as we start paying higher prices for something on a regular basis, even if it was supposed to be temporary, the corporations go, well, they're already fucking paying it. Why the fuck are we lowering this? Costco hot dogs, yeah. Do you think his kids will bury him on the golf course next to their mom? I wonder if his kids are going to be able to continue to own the golf course. At some point in time, you have to imagine all of this shit catches up with this family and that these properties get seized. What the hell? House shit pets? What does that even mean? Is Trump going to nuke Iran? Who the hell knows? Like, literally, that's where we're at. Who the hell knows? And it's a sad, sad, sad day when you can't say definitively, no, come on, the president's not going to nuke Iran. But who knows what he's going to do? Franklin is somewhere. I don't know where the fuck. My wife is sitting in bed. She's talking to her uncle. And she's kind of chilling out and relaxing before we go see our son bowl in over an hour. And he might be sitting with her. That posting was an indication. What?
Well, you came down to talk to me.
Well, I was getting something from the kitchen. I heard you, or I was letting Clyde in. I heard you talking.
Yeah.
And you don't normally talk to him that long.
It's right, because when we go days and days and days without talking, because I didn't talk to him yesterday or Sunday, and Saturday and Friday I got very quick text messages. So when he called, that's why I didn't even answer it when we were at the lawyer's office, because I was like, oh, this is going to be a fucking conversation. Because now I got everything that happened, what he ate for dinner on Sunday at Easter.
Who he was with?
Yeah. I mean, I knew who he was with, but he spread her ashes on Sunday. And he goes, but I still have 3 bags. And I was like, oh, you better, motherfucker, cut out.
He spread without you guys?
I knew he was going to. I had hoped that we would do it together, but also he felt that it was the time, and I can't complain because I have ashes of my own. So, but I think I might take some to Mexico. When we go.
Can you?
Can I? I mean...
So am I going to have to bail you out of a Mexican jail?
Nah.
Okay.
Because we're going to go through Miami. It'll be fine.
Okay. Feel free to mute your private conversation. No, we're fine. If we didn't want you guys to hear any of that, we would have just not said it. The mortuary split my dad's ashes into 4, and my brother lost his on a Greyhound. Jesus. And I was born in the back seat of a Greyhound bus, heading down Highway 41. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Raza, thank you very much. No way Belgium is at $8. What? Christofferson wrote a timeless one with that one. Yeah, Rambling Man. I was born a rambling man. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Nicely done. I think we're ready. I think we're ready. I want your take on my comment. I didn't see your comment. You're going to have to repeat it, man. What was your name so I can look for your name again here? Johnny Taylor. Well, repeat it, Johnny. It might not be enough. But we're going to run with it and see. And if there isn't, that's not enough. And we have backup. He will nuke it under the childish mentality of, if I can't have it, this will ignite the oil well, rupture the... Yeah, I don't think he's looking that forward ahead, man. I seriously don't. I just think that he started this because he got bullied into it by Netanyahu, and he was looking for a distraction, and he doesn't know how to lie his way out of it, and he doesn't know how to turn it off. And so he doesn't play chess. He doesn't. How did you ever have time to smoke in landscaping? Simple. You find the time. Emergency backup stash is always important. Absolutely. Hitario5448. Thank you for the $4.20 donation. I appreciate, or tip. I appreciate your existence a lot. Thank you very much. $4.20 tip. That's the first time that's ever happened. It's it's a buck, or it's $5, or it's $10, or it's 20. I've had people throw in a couple of hundred now and then. Nobody's ever done $4.20. I appreciate it. I truly do. You're broke, then why are you giving me $4? You shouldn't be giving me $4 if you're broke. Your son received a 9 out of 10 in his World War I social studies quiz. I'm actually disappointed he got one wrong. He's a history geek. Well, thank you, 5448. I appreciate it. When I win the lottery, you'll know, says, I am right, you are wrong. Okay. That should be interesting. That could mean a number of things. That could mean somebody's going to be like giving me a big stash of money because they hit the lottery and they like what I do. That could mean they hit the lottery, which means there's a Brazilian hit squad coming to take me out. That could mean I could be walking down the aisle of my local Walmart and have somebody come up behind me, hood me like a falcon, and take me away to an undisclosed location. Not broke enough to ignore how great. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Seriously. Could Trump be tried and convicted of war crimes? Yeah. Yeah. Better than a Brazilian wax squad? Well, as long as they're not giving me a Brazilian wax. That's the only thing that really matters. Did you find the spitter in the red Tesla? What the hell does that even mean? I've seen a picture of Trump's parents for the first time, and good God, they look like Tim Burton villains, don't they? It's like fucking creepy as shit, isn't it? I'm familiar with Jay and Silent Bob. I never watched their movies, but the U.S. would never extradite him, so there's that. Yeah, unfortunately, they'd have to capture him if he was abroad. And here's the deal: he's not gonna live long enough to see justice. I think Mother Nature's going to take him before he has an opportunity to see justice. Favorite cookie of all time. Favorite cookie of all time. So let's think about this. Favorite cookie of all time. Fuck. That for me is going to be either, and listen, I get it that they're not gourmet cookies by any stretch of the imagination, but that's going to be one of two things for me. It's going to be a fucked up set of cookies here. It's either going to be the soft batch chocolate chip soft cookie, but more likely than not, it's going to be the Nutter Butter, because the Nutter Butter is the Nutter Butter is phenomenal. What the fuck are you doing that you spilled a grinder, young man? You need to fucking pay attention. That is unacceptable. There will be no grinder spilling in this room. You need to fucking head on a swivel. Let's go. Sit up. Everybody stop slacking. Mind on what you're doing. What the fuck are we doing in here spilling fucking grinders? That is just, listen, we're not kicking you out of the room. I'm just saying that you might need to spend some time thinking about what you did. Somebody wants to know if it was on a carpet. Upon what surface did you drop the weed? Do you fill cones by hand? Yes, I do. This guy always wants prime time attention. What are you talking about, Wim? I had a Mary Gin when I was a kid. A what? A Mary Gin? What is that? Trump at 20th? Oh, gotcha. A Mary Gin. Is that a... Did your parents get you a drunk prostitute? This is Mary Gin. Spain, hello. Chocolate chip or snickerdoodle over there. Cat hair. That's brutal. That is fucking brutal. I'm an elevationist through the International Church of Cannabis and use the sacred herb to elevate myself daily, says Hitario 5448. An elevationist. Interesting. Where are we? Did my... Okay, hang on a second, guys. Come on, I didn't want to check that one. That is, we gotta mark that as unread. Mark as unread. Did I just fucking trash that? Yeah, you sure fucking did. Well, how do I do this now? I don't even know how I do this. Restore to inbox. There we go. Jesus Christ, that took far too long to figure out. Shows you how much I actually dick with email. I am so fucking glad I never had one of those jobs where you got to get 9,000 emails a day. And I got a lot of emails when I was a project manager, but still, Jesus fuck. What landscaping job am I most proud of? Probably, I know it's going to sound stupid, but it probably the very little bit of landscaping I did in front of my father and my stepmother's house, because I never thought in a million years my old man would actually let me like landscape his house or something like that, you know. And I know that it just made my stepmother happy as shit, you know, that she got a little little bit of landscaping done in front of the house, and we kind of extended this bed for her and put some new stuff in there and some fresh mulch. And God, she was just so fucking happy. And it wasn't but a handful of plants in front of a little bitty house, but that's probably the one. What? Congress can't be called for emergency proceedings? Why can't Congress be called for emergency proceedings? Well, they can be. But Congress is run by Republicans. So Democrats can't call shit, you know what I mean? And Republicans aren't going to. Ernie, you got the sticker there, the sticker of me there. Did anyone ever hire you to shape hedges into shapes of different kinds? No, I could never do that. I didn't have those skills. We did a few times, like, do designs with, like, annual flowers and stuff. But no, the only hedge trimming that we ever did that was like a specialty shape is if the hedge was originally planted or originally maintained in that fashion, and we were following up with it. No. But I also did way more landscape construction than I ever did maintenance. The 20 years that I worked for other companies before I started my own company, that was all construction. There was no maintenance there. And then when I had my own company, we did some maintenance, but we also did landscape construction 2 or 3 days a week as well. So my background was more in landscape construction than it was in maintenance. So I don't have those mad skills to give you those topiary hedges and shit. I can keep your shit looking good. That's about the extent of that on the maintenance end of it. But if you want something to be installed that looks really good, that's where I can come up with something. I mean, it's been a minute since I have, so it would take me a while to come up with something these days, but I'll bet I could do it. You spelled your name out of old license plates on the wall? Well, there you go. You can't grow plants for shit. Why the fuck is it snowing in Montreal fucking enough already? We actually have some flurries scheduled for overnight and into the early morning hours. But then we're going up to 70, 71 tomorrow, somewhere in that range. I worked for a contractor that landscaped banks and fast food restaurants, etc. many years ago. I've done my fair share of, like, retail establishments like that. I did a few Sonic drive-ins. Your son has received a 5 out of 5 on Columbus Research Bingo in social studies. Were you ever into trading cards like baseball cards? Nah, I had a few cards, and I mean, when I say a few, like less than a dozen at one point in time, but that was never my jam either. Landscape architects did it from 6 until 18, developed an allergy for it in the 80s, still cheap labor. I slept well at night back then. Jesus Christ. Getting all kinds of alerts to my son's grades being input into the system. What a fucking time you live in, huh? I remember we brought home physical report cards that, you tried to forge. And now they just give you your report card on the app. Here's what your child got this semester or trimester or whatever. So different. Give us your credit card number here. We'll put money on his lunch account. Here are the grades he got on all of his different things. Here's everything he bought for lunch. Here's what's coming up next week. Here's what he's got to study tonight. Do you remember when they came in the mail? No, ours. They were always brought home. How many big wheels did you go through as a kid? We didn't have that fucking big wheel money. What are you, nuts? Do you still get to discuss the results with the teacher? If we choose, yeah. Okay. Yes. When your report card came in a manila envelope. Yeah, so I have school files for my kids down here. I think Maggie has hers now that she's living on her own, but I have Lily's, and I have manila folder report cards in that file folder for him. Or for her, I should say. What the fuck? Thank you, 2462, for the $10 tip. I appreciate that. 1987, I failed because I never went to school. Hung out in New York City. My father found out. It was hilarious. Okay, so let's see here. 87, I graduated 8th grade, which means 87, I should have been wrapping up my freshman year because I failed 7th grade and did that twice. But I was class of 87 in 8th grade. You said you failed because you never went to school. I barely made it out of 8th grade, and I didn't pass anything in high school. Which is really kind of fucked up when you stop and think about it. I don't think I ever passed anything in high school. Nothing. Jesus Christ. Mm. You skipped out the door the last day of high school? Yeah, I barely went to 1 year. It's so fucked up. And then just went, you know what, I'm never going back. Remember when, yeah, I remember when, if your grades were bad, the parents wanted to talk to the teachers. Yeah. Remember when transparent tech was all the rage? Transparent tech. You talking about like see through beepers? Is that what you're talking about? I fucking hated every day of public school. Yeah. I couldn't fucking stand being in that goddamn building. I could not fucking stand being in those buildings. And, you know, you think about it now, however many 40 odd years later, and it's like, holy shit, man. Yeah, I couldn't stand being in those buildings. I couldn't stand doing those things. I hate it, so I became a teacher to make a difference. And there you go. You were beat up because you looked gay. All right, guys, I wanted to go live while I did some rolling, and I did some rolling, and I will see you guys tonight at 7. Well, probably earlier than 7, whenever I get back here from my son's bowling match. So kind of be on the lookout. Click the little bell to remind you, or to be notified when I go live. I'm going to go sit down and chill for a little bit before we go to our son's bowling tournament, and I'll see you guys back here after that. All right? Spread the word. Tell everybody to get in here.